You can tell the power of my videos just by the thumbnails alone. We could look into that. It's pretty cute, actually. The last thing I've done last year was Selena versus PewDiePie. You can see this whole event here. And we're gonna do something very similar. Interesting, this is where What the Fuss started. That's kind of interesting, absolutely. Because I already made the thumbnail for this episode. It's right here. I'm already prepared for explosives and double up the power level of those Earth people. So Selena is going to team up with Sniper. But they need a very powerful opponent. Or multiple of them. 1 second. I think I hear a call. Maybe you did run with the wolves. Or wolf. I don't know. Or wolves SSS. Alright, so that means these guys are growing this episode. And then they're trying to match the power level of the entire Ring of Fire. Now, to summon Ring of Fire is now impossible. But I remember vividly, Justin Bieber is in the Ring of Fire. We're gonna make a specific Ring of Fire. Let's call it Fire Ring. There you go. It's a very, very special event. It's always going to be pink. It might exist forever. Ring of Fire. So, another Justin called Timber. And they're going to be linked 100%. I also need a box to put them in. Ring of Fire. You can see I have all sorts of toys now. Since last year. But it doesn't look that far off, actually. Until New Year's, we have 1 more hour. We have Shane and Jimmy. Here we go. They get linked. 1 second. And technically, Mr. Beast and Tate should also be linked in here. There has to be a lot of material here. How long this event is gonna last, I have no idea. I have no idea what's gonna happen, bro. The power level of Fire Ring is already 13,000. Pretty cool, right? We're not done yet. There's 2 more teams. So there's Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Jake Paul doesn't want to show up. And then the Smosh people. This is it. And the basic idea is that Ring of Fire has to be defeated by Sniper and Selena working together. Enemy. So where do we go from here? Also, Jax Films is going to suffer. Every single 25 points. Alright? That's the spice of the episode. Nothing else needs to be added here. And the Ring of Fire obviously is more of a side object. Most importantly is this. And technically we can shuffle this a bunch and summon anything we want. Alright, this is going to evolve automatically. I don't have to necessarily know what we're going to be doing. We can just watch random stuff. Especially since, you know, I've pretty much dedicated my channel for these two concepts. These two dramatic things. And it even made me think that I should dedicate an entire new channel, in fact. You've already seen it, very likely, that this is it. You know, you can't get better than that. Because it's very difficult to actually squeeze 1,000 views alone. I've tried it with a Hearthstone and I've squeezed it 4 times. Maybe actually 6 times almost now. And here you can see I've squeezed it 11, or actually 9. 9 times over the lifetime of the channel alone. And technically with drama, I was able to squeeze 4 times. Which is kind of a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. There's still a lot of things to improve past this point. A lot of things to learn. I understand, and I'm impressed by a lot of people who, you know, break through and do the job properly. Like, it's a very tough thing to do. So I understand if I don't impress enough people, but I'm just here to hang out. The whole channel is all just me running around the internet and picking up some cool stuff to look at, basically, and interact with in various ways, in fact. And this is just a very, very good example of that. There is potential that the superpower we're going to be using is handshakes. Literally going from top 1 to top 666. Or summon 1 to 666. See? There are that many creatures. And some of them I don't even know. So, technically I'll just... Wait. Nothing should happen when this... Shouldn't be pink. Whoa. It's pink anytime? Okay, that is a weird one. I guess I'll just move pack of cookies away. And we have this to open if we want. Okay. That is all that we have, technically. We also have, of course, thumbnails to look at. And it's just a very interesting thing, I think. These are the past ones of how we evolved. I think we can look very quickly here. Even though I already did. There is 300 of them, I believe. It's hard to tell. Obviously, I first start with getting familiar with people and concepts that I like about. I collected everything all together. Seeing the power level of everything. Super cool stuff, right? That is 2022. Need for Speed Heat. Let's go. It started very early. Deep Rock Galactic didn't make it? That's so sad. Yes, my favorite card remains Bizarre. This is a very early version, I guess. It's so hard to tell because there is no version. There's just whatever you have seen on the screen. And it's just gonna come out of nowhere. Man, it's definitely going to be the biggest drama of 2024 of like what happens to the games if they are not talked about, if they're not released. This is me doing Elder Scrolls Legends content now. Technically, that's where I started. And then I checked out the pure versions of cards, review cards basically. Cool. Story of my life. This is when I get hit by my classmates wanting to do a reunion, but they realize I'm not a fucking NPC, and I'm not just gonna be like, yes, which is a skibidi toilet type of thing, right? I'll just do whatever you say, yes. It's the song, man, that everyone relates to some in a random way, isn't it? I don't think it's that random. I don't think anything is random on the internet. Everything matters. This is me evaluating people's content. So technically it's a pretty big deal. This is a super cool event. Ari versus Selena. And Selena comes on top eventually. Voice meter. First time looking at critical, I feel like there's something brewing at 2024. This bad boy, even though I checked him out like twice. Mr. Beast giving shoutouts and weird shit happens. Because of that, my thumbnail looks like trash. Like, what the fuck is this? But now we have evolved a little bit. It feels like I started putting text. And I started putting way too much text. All of a sudden. This is me making an idea come to life slowly. I said, well, I'm gonna give myself a week, and this is what I should get. And I got it. I got that thing. And I was very impressed. I think I got it in 6 days. And the 7th day, the god rests, my friend. Except this version looks better on the thumbnail. Fucking hell, bro. I've stared at this for so long. This is actually pretty good. I love it. That was the dream, you know. More details, blah, blah, blah. Super cool stuff. Influence tracker released. Okay. Timeline. Start drawing matrices, I guess. I don't know. Comparing Hearthstone and Elder Scrolls Legends. Right now, of course, Hearthstone has been updated so many times that Elder Scrolls Legends can't quite keep up and give me interesting things to look at anymore. So obviously Hearthstone wins, especially now that I can make a channel out of this whole thing. But Elder Scrolls Legends was pretty good in giving me views and recognition. I was doing pretty well. So it is questionable. I just can't play the goddamn game to test it out. So this is probably just a warm-up episode. Whatever happens, wherever we going with this New Year's ideas is it. One big thing to notice is that Selena is going to hit 30,000 points very soon. So we got to make it special. You know, we got to make her fight something. Obviously, it's a lot more difficult to get points when there's like a lot of things going on. She's a part of a 2-people team, so 50% of the points, and then 25% because there's an actual enemy to fight against. It's gonna be very tough, man. So for a long time, I didn't even put text, because text is for losers. I'm just like looking for emojis and putting that shit. But yeah, thumbnails turned into just like straight up YouTube Rewind sort of strategy of like, well, if I can make nice thumbnails, I can make nice video out of thumbnails, which is kind of fucking awkward, right? But it just makes too much sense. Whatever skill I pick up, I'm just gonna, you know, nail it. And I still was able to do pretty well. And I've learned a lot about Hearthstone still over a year. I'm experimenting, I'm doing all sorts of things to boost my awareness of how the game works. Is this a very small thumbnail for some reason? I guess, I don't know. What is the size of the thumbnail? It's a smaller one, it seems. Torture Stone. I was very upset. I was trying to run away from Hearthstone as much as possible. So this is where I start. Something happened. I like when something changes, you can make a story out of it. Fucking dream happened. And now I'm putting text on it. Or Flat Earth happens. Or Influence Tracker. That's a way cooler story that way. Yeah. Influence Tracker. This is actually the first time I put text on a thumbnail. It's kind of fucking stupid, bro. And it took me so long. It was so gruesome because I didn't know what to use to put text on this shit. Because using GIMP for text was actual nightmare. And eventually I went through that phase. I was able to actually escape that. You can see me modifying text now. And even putting outlines. It is something to learn. It's not easy, bro. You can't figure things out like that yourself. Still, Arena Guide, very important moment. It's when you realize, like, shit, Elder Scrolls Legends is doing pretty well. And Soul Arena is just the most important part of Elder Scrolls Legends that I play to this day, every day. It's just too much fun. Fire personality. This was a disgusting moment when I realized, oh, Taylor is actually one of those crybaby personalities. But she was able to trick me for way too long. That is impressive, bro. That is holy shit impressive, man. This is where I find exposed SMG channel that only exclusively talks about Selena, basically, and her problems. So technically, it's a good place to check it out, am I right? A good place to visit for this episode. Exposed Selena. It says SMG, but like whatever. It kind of changed the name a little bit. And I still call it Exposed though. This was the video that I watched that kind of like hooked me in. I guess it's one of the most popular of all time, but maybe not. Like she's kind of grinding this stuff right now. The Prince drama that I literally don't care about whatsoever. But she's grinding that shit. Anyways, we're gonna do, yeah, it's one of the most popular Selena pieces of the recent times. We can like rewatch something, but it's kind of boring in a way. Selena loves drama, just like Dream. Holy shit. Yeah, you can see the actual name. And it changed into just, I guess, no longer exposing, just scandalous media, bro. Groups.
And it's viral by posting TikTok skincare on TikTok.
You gotta love this shit, man. Shading someone, bro. It's like one moment it's like this and it fucking disappears. It's like, what's this golden thing supposed to even
It's
do?
how she's shading Haley.
And then it just disappears. It's fucking stupid, bro. But it's probably on purpose. Holy shit, man.
And so many.
It's like you put shit and it's like disappears after you rub it in your skin, like all kinds of shit. You put a cat, rub it in your skin, and disappears. I love that, bro. It's amazing.
Now another thing.
Oh, come on. Ruin the magic of it, bro.
Apologize for the problem that she created.
Someone asked me if I went out of my way to piss people off. And I said no. It's not out of my way.
It all.
I mean, maybe she's bored, man. And the celebrity world can be boring eventually. Eventually, I was able to squeeze a response from her, but only when I, I said this. Must talk about relationships and not have authority on the subject, And then she grabs the only fucking thing that she can hold onto. It's much more interesting to spill the tea on tea-spilling channels to see what happens. And sometimes there's a chemical reaction. Very interesting. Funny enough, this was not Selena Gomez Loves Drama video. This is. So I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna watch. I already watched the video. What is this? By the way, I have a special Selena playlist of the best music she has, which is also sort of semi-aligned with one of the best or the most liked YouTube rewinds. Or most appreciated at least, if not liked. I like physically clicked the button stuff. Even put all the episodes of Selena versus The Boys in here. And the finale of fighting PewDiePie, which apparently was very difficult. And we lost. We lost. But then we struck back, we took revenge, we figured out a different solution to the problem. Because it was a problem. PewDiePie was fucking cringe. And the more you watch PewDiePie, the less you actually like him as a person. That's all you have to do. To defeat PewDiePie, you just have to watch his videos. But there's a lot of them, Just like there's a lot of my videos, but the more you watch my videos, the more you like me. So what is the solution to actually defeat me? I don't know, man. I don't know. Probably just be nice to me and I will just leave YouTube. And naturally, I'll be preoccupied with something else. I don't know. There's not supposed to be a solution to defeat me. Until I become successful, that is. I feel even though she complained on the camera that it's like, oh man, why do I still feel like this? Why do I have to come back to the time when I was just a Disney princess? I don't even know the vibe, because the vibe never really fucking changed, She's still just toying around with the magic of doing something and then apologizing and nothing happened because nobody fucking actually cares about celebrities anyways. Especially if they just do drama over the internet. So, everyone can do that. Why do you guys care? That's so funny. But some people are just salivating over every single little thing that celebrities do, and it's just so fun to toy with that. It's not celebrities getting into drama. It's other people caring too much. So funny. Did the same happen to Sniper Wolf? You can say that. You can say that people care too much. And in the wrong direction. And then you start combining forces and doing whatever it takes to deal as much damage to Sniper Wolf's self-esteem as as possible. As if like they're fighting for some kind of good cause. Even though the cause is fairly simple. And we're just like frustrated about some woman on the platform. We can't actually communicate with her the way we want. It feels like a Family Feud type of moment. Literally Family Feud. Just miscommunication that turns into drama. But this shit is very common, my friends. That's how the drama happens. It's all miscommunication. The big ones. The big ones that turn into like crime type of vibe, you know? It's all about like, you didn't fucking sit down and just listen, bro. And both sides are wrong in that sense. Except I like Sniper Wolf more, so she's not wrong. Fuck you, boys. Convince me otherwise. No, but then you ask yourself a question. If you're sending an army of people to be upset, you initialize the drama, right? You make the first step of being upset, of like, I don't like this type of content. But you don't realize that every single time it's just nothing happens. No one really has power to communicate anyways across YouTube. And Jack's Films felt like he does have the power to communicate, right? Right? I don't know, bro. Because it turned into mockery. You know, it's his fault. He missed his shot, but instead he said it's a success, actually. I'll just throw more shots. Because Sniper Wolf is a very important person. And all of a sudden just turned into a fucking turmoil. An obsession. And nonsense. And he was also probably semi-addicted into like causing drama himself and causing damage. So at some point, like, no, it's all Jack's Film's fault. He has to suck it up at this point. Especially when Sniper Wolf heard his fucking cry. And it's like, well, I'll put credits in the description. Eat my shorts. So, she cleaned her act up, but Jackson's never really recovered, I don't think. Which is funny, and that's it. Just the end of that drama, technically. But technically, because the funny thing is, when you create such a big drama, a lot of people jump on board, and they try to contribute, and it's going to be very interesting to see. Have they really, though? Have they properly contributed? Or just a facade to get more views, you know? Click on my video, I talk about Sniper Wolf, guys. I know stuff. Yeah, it's boring. Selena is a type of personality that's supposed to be, like, smart. And she needs to be entertained somehow. So, of course, there's gonna be hot waters. She's gonna look for that shit, one way or the other. Or go into the building where there's only murders in the building and nothing else, bro. Fucking weird. Or try cooking, which is like the most difficult thing you can actually learn how to do, because who the fuck needs cooking, bro? Just put shit in the microwave. It's disgusting. Learning cooking, it's ridiculous. So, yeah. You can feel the lust for just things to do. It's very difficult, especially for celebrities, to do things and appear normal and I don't know, bro. The amount of things you're juggling at this point, it shouldn't be that difficult, but we don't know the perspective in this case.
I can do anything I put my mind to.
I mean, yeah. That is a problem. I technically can't do anything. So I'm a little bit stuck. I'm constantly fighting the shadows. And I just can't get bored. It's just impossible for me.
Make the stars
But she literally sings Stars Dance. This is not 5 years ago. This is one of the first albums she released. 2013. This is some fucking crazy shit, right? Look what I can do. I can interact with stars. Hi, Justin Bieber and stuff. Like, she's kind of that type of person, right? She's a celebrity, but she's like, wow, I'm a celebrity, guys. I can interact with other celebrities in whatever way I want, and they're different people. Yeah. And I'm doing a very similar thing where I collect celebrities and interact as well. A very peculiar way. And it's still a fucking amazing song. Holy shit. Super cute stuff. 10 minutes until midnight. Apparently there's a fireworks dilemma, my friends. It's a very interesting one. When do you release fireworks? Or puzzle, rather. How do you cast fireworks to be the most spectacular? Because technically the last one wins, right? Like, if both of you have 10 charges, or all the players have 10 charges, someone has to cast fireworks. If nobody casts fireworks, it's also pretty floppy, right? Whoever has the most fireworks and didn't cast them in a chain, basically. So one by one, they have to, like, play cards or whatever. It's kind of an interesting puzzle, right? How do you do that? How do you make your thing the most spectacular? But technically, there's a lot of, like, locations that cast fireworks as well. It's so weird. I made this question because fucking my place is the last one to shoot fireworks, which is exactly what I like the most, you know, stealing the show. Yeah, it's very difficult to deny, like, the spiritual connection with people, because if you deny it, then there is no connection. It's just that fucking type of... That's what spirituality means. It's intentions working before you even move a finger, you know? Your decision will affect the world, so the world has to prepare. And the world is asking multiple questions all the time. It's asking questions while you sleep, potentially. So there's a spiritual connection to the world. And if you always answer of, like, I'm scientifically minded and I don't believe in spiritual connections, then they will stop asking questions then. And it will leave you flabbergasted anytime something crazy happens in your life. Anytime something magical happens. Well, I guess we did a little bit of mix of a lot of worlds here. And I will remove honorary one rank and one rate because we're the last ones to shoot fireworks. Somehow, like, it feels like a magical puzzle, but when you put it on paper and say, like, okay, we all have a certain amount of fireworks and a certain amount of things, it's like, then it's not magical. But it is magical when you realize, like, at 12 o'clock, like, everyone's gonna shoot, and you have to find a special moment when you're gonna, like, sparkle and make memories, right? That's how the puzzle works, is you have a certain amount of time to make memories. Potentially, this is 1 hour long, and you have to find that special moment. And when you feel that things are dwindling down, that's the best way to, you know, unleash everything, unleash hell at the last moment. There's a lot of things to learn just through fireworks alone. It's fascinating. Alright, let's continue the drama thing. Wow. I love this part. I literally said this 4 hours ago. Fucking stupid. Stupid glitcheroonie, bro. There's money. See? What the fuck is this shit? We eat that crap. It's mine now. Yeah, Ring of Fire is gonna retaliate eventually. Very old songs. Well, I do know what this is. What the fuck is this? This was one of, yeah, now I'm starting to like actually do art with my thumbnails. This one actually blew up, this video, a little bit. Now I'm making some real stuff, man. That was probably the first time strong emotion on a thumbnail, cartoonish. But I like this one. I'm not sure when will I defeat this one. Probably I could make like thumbnail wars right now of which one I like most. So let's elect a thumbnail each time. Eve, for some reason, with a heart. I will give spades. I'm gonna give spades for a good thumbnail. So which one do I like the most? Something that stands out, right? Yes, we're starting again from scratch. Technically, there's nothing to look at the moment. It's just a picture, technically. Copied and pasted. So, I guess I have to give the first one to this. But I still haven't made this one. So fuck it then. It's gonna take a while until like you get a good thumbnail. This is kind of okay. This is me complaining about winter season. This one kind of looks pretty good. I kind of like this, bro. Let's fucking give it to this one. I can actually rename it through here, so that's very useful for me. I do like this one a lot. But we're gonna pass. The universe. Actually, it's super cool. If Gabby wasn't this fucking close to the screen, maybe I would give a reward. But this one is a little bit too generic. There's not much to look at. But it's kind of cool how everything blends in. Maybe it's the first time, yeah, maybe it's the first time I actually use this highlight thing. I'll give it the thing, bro. Spade. Boom. Impressive. I mean, it looks pretty cute. Obviously, just 3 things mixed in. It's not that impressive. 0% win rate. I mean, it's pretty cool. But, it kind of looks like trash a little bit. I probably should just give this. This is fine. This is nice. Spade. Boom. We're almost coming back where we left off. I didn't make this one, so even though I like it quite a bit. And then we go to this one. But I like this one too, bro. This one's fucking awesome. I'll have to give it to this one. TikTok. People were trashing TikTok. It was a cool thing to do, basically, of like all the shady things that happening on TikTok, and it's like, Nah, bro, it's a fine. It's a fine application. It's very useful for me. And eventually it pushed me to make, you know, TikTok reaction stuff. And technically, Sniper Wolf finished off my intentions. This one I love. This one is fucking awesome. This one's awesome, bro. I'm gonna give it a spada. Somehow, we defeated TikTok very quickly. Because we are them YouTubers, man. Cool, I guess. I try to do a bubble speech, but only partially, and it doesn't work. By all means, it doesn't work. Cost slingers, blah, blah, blah. Somehow this picked up some views, funny enough. So I started making monthly reviews of my channel. And I did create a lot of shit content back in the day. I was a confused person. I don't even know what I was doing back in the day, what I was talking about. Just making my mind about a lot of things, but very complicated stuff. It's not that difficult. This is when AdventureCraft users came back to my channel to check it out and trash me because I make weird videos. Battle of Top 100, or 2 Top 100. This one I remember vividly and I love it. The fucking Vomit of Blizzard. Let's go. To this day, I review the Vomit of Blizzard in a way. I review the game design overall. And there's a lot of stupid cards. Back in the day, Sire Denathrius was a disgusting card. Played in every deck. The most like this is also very good. I love this, man. Holy shit. I think I added the background myself. Yeah, it must be it. This is awesome. And then I started making emojis for my Discord. Digital candy. Cool, cool, cool. 500 damage. Kind of lovely if I knew how to like get rid of this stuff. You can blur it out. Poop. Set billions of dollars on fire. It's so much fun. I mean, Elon Musk is dying. His image is dying. Doesn't want to look like a fucking old man dealing with this stuff. So, kind of makes sense. That one is pretty cool. Also, it's very cool how I made a distance. I don't even know how to do that shit. You basically... I don't even know, bro. What the fuck? I wish I knew how to do this thing. I'm gonna give it a fucking... Fuck it, let's go with a spade. It's fine. I'm actually impressed. That's a talent right there. Secretly. What the fuck? Pathetic Discord server. So I finally got the ban from AdventureCraft. I came back once and nobody liked me still. Okay then. You made your points. Except I work on the internet. There's no escape. You will have to like me eventually. Like, you can see improvements. Dragonborn. Look at that. 1 billion is worth of 250 American lives. Just for saying words. This is actually super cool, bro. I love this one. You just say words, and all of a sudden you deal this much damage to the world? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? You kill a lot, you take people's lives? Because that's what is worth. That's what is at stake if you toying with money, you're toying with people's lives. People can live a very genuinely simple life if they just get all the money for it. Historic day for YouTube, bro. Anyone would want that anyways. People fucking struggle in Mr. Beast videos for money. Which is a very stupid concept. Mr. Beast videos are stupid, money is stupid, everything can just be blown over like that. But we have to be smart about it. To remove stupidity, we have to be smart. Not more stupid. I like this, I didn't make it, obviously, I just copied. Dragon activation, boys. And here I'm talking about design. This evolved, the Vomit of Blizzard finally evolves. And this series stays for that long. We are in the November, so at the end of the year, almost. And I make the ultimate thumbnail. You have no idea how long I stared at this thumbnail. I'm like, wow. I actually made a good one this time. I actually put effort and something cool happens. So I guess it's still a nostalgia trip. In a way, even though we're just looking 1 year back. This one's pretty good. I'm not impressed, but because I did too much stuff here. I could have done something more decent. Too much toying around. Didn't work out, I guess. Most overlooked game mode. I think it's Tavern Brawl, I'm not sure. It must be. Foods. The more evil you are, the longer you'll have to watch this. Oh, it's the tension video. It makes sense. And then the finale, technically, no? Unfortunately, no. I believe in haters. Ownership. I did special event for all the girls, basically. Rewind was released, I believe. Not sure. It must have been right after the thumbnail. Rewind, Taylor. And then I have a rewind month. This month I didn't do anything because I was working on Hearthstone channel. That shit blew up like 5 times. Well, more than the previous month. Which is not exactly that impressive when I pushed so hard on it. But it is something. Nerf. What is that? Oh, new. It's not new, it's poop. Too bad you can't actually see it, what's written here. Hey guys, look how happy Warshak is. I'm sure this card is amazing and not abusive in any way. Blood-boiled garbage. That one's annoying, man. Oh my god. So we didn't get a single good thumbnail. This is not as good as I would like to. This is pretty cool. Probably this is worth it. Just because, you know. Give it a spade. Finally. Selena's achievement. Yeah, I don't think... I do like this, of course. This one's kind of like very relevant in a way. Because I calculated specific amount of days. Almost 10 years. You can see it's almost pretty much 9 years. PewDiePie was on top of the leaderboard. Which is kind of ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. My turn to be 9 years. You can probably round it down to like 8 years somehow. Maybe T-Series like matters more than you think. I don't know. And then let's crush the stupid fucking Billie Eilish, because nobody likes that crap. Billie Eilish is not even like relevant anymore. Like it took long enough, and I don't hear from Billie. Top 10 farts. I mean, he did come up with some interesting rewinds of his own to check out some interesting content. Blah, 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 blah. I checked out communities, 33 communities, but I never really came back to that. It probably would be interesting to double check. What kind of communities I've touched this year? Maybe I can do it next episode of this, whatever. Stop the ignorance. Somehow my thumbnails went to shit. No wonder I didn't get many views at all. All of a sudden my thumbnails look like a bunch of fucking piles of text, and I started manipulating with colors recently. So when you see this, it would stand out a little bit better if you made her darker. Right? Now you can see text better. That's what I'm kind of toying with. But this one is fine. This one's not so crazy. And potentially you do want to put text on top, but it's kind of cool this way. So I'm toying with a lot of shit now. It's getting out of control. It's getting pretty hot in here. Fear me, mortals. So we're going back to shitty thumbnails. Battle of the Bands. Not memorable. Overtime is memorable, but I dropped it. It's an idea. And then I started Norito channel, Ignorito. And uploaded a bunch of shit in there. Which went mildly successful, I would say. Because I never did the short type of content, and it's something different. Absolutely. And then the battle began. Yes, the battle versus the boys. And I have to recap. I have to tell what happens. I thought it was going to be a little bit more difficult, and it sort of was. The final boss was PewDiePie, with a ridiculous amount of content. I listened to most of the Justin Bieber stuff, most of the Eminem stuff. I just acknowledged that I've watched a ridiculous amount of Mr. Beast stuff, so the only thing that was left to watch was React channel stuff. And it wasn't that fascinating. It was kind of generic, but, you know, still content. I'll take it. I'll give you some points for that. Now, I probably changed my ideology. Like, I don't want to watch every single video on your channel if I want to evaluate a person. I just want to get the idea of how everything is constructed, if the videos are interesting, if the evaluation is good, if I don't get bored and there's no repetitiveness. Something like that. We dig deeper into the shallow waters, so to speak. And then it escalates, right? Too young for this. We compared how much content like Selena has generated to the other three dudes, and it's like, you guys have no chance whatsoever, bro. And this is kind of what happens usually. Like, fucking women are like snowballs. You can just, like, roll them around and they become bigger automatically. While the boys always wants to do their own things, not helped by anyone else. Except for PewDiePie. PewDiePie knows how to get help from other people. Just like Jack's Films, you know, asks for people to contribute to his channel. So, while PewDiePie consumes memes, Jack's Films consumes responses or whatever. Very similar type of style, but yeah, PewDiePie found the biggest community of them all and just kind of took control over it. The final boss. And funny enough, then I go to court. Yeah. Court where I get pretty much off the hook for what I've done in the past. Yeah, I think completely off the hook. Except with the one exception, right? Looks like you're stuck, girl. We ran out of content, basically. We tested, like, okay, Selena generated a lot of content, but when we looked at PewDiePie, like, he's just shitting out content left and right. And we weren't able to, like, dig into and evaluate if he would lose reputation or something, if he would make me upset. And we could still, like, you know, replay this battle and whatnot. It's still very interesting because it took... I mean, it's a year of a break, and I have cold feelings about this whole situation. We could even rewatch the whole thing. And that's it, my friends. And Logan Paul turns into an NFT, of course. Most important thing. I do have to give this thumbnail a spade as well. This one's amazing. And to close the video down. Now, do I have anything to say? Let's watch this one as well. I want to, like, chill out and maybe I do have a closing statement for this one. Because we just gonna accelerate, my friends. Bring in the boom. I'm just gonna pump out videos one after the other. I'm probably gonna lay them as bricks for my channel. Like, they're gonna premiere one after the other. And we'll see how much we're gonna stack. Are we gonna stack the entire January or something? How much TNT are we gonna stack? Because the idea is, in January, I'll be working on MEGABUG, the card game. And even right now, I should be, like, making a card for Selena or something. Using those thumbnails, I could do that. We'll see. No, I shouldn't do that. MEGABUG now requires a very different approach. I can't just print out new cards. What I need to do is establish everything. There's still someone making fireworks. 1 second. I have been fooled. I have not made memories, then. Shit. Someone was still fucking shooting fireworks. I need to know who been doing, bro. Because, you know, you can watch fireworks all you want. But you don't know who fireworks. You know, that's the question. Who has self-esteem to buy fireworks and shoot them? Who's fucking rich enough to do that? Who is trained to do that? Who is trained to fucking walk into the store and pick the right fireworks for themselves? Like, that is a big question, guys. It's not a fucking easy peasy. But in PewDiePie's battle, I learned about a very important thing. Technically, interest as a button is pretty valuable. How much you interested in something? So both of these could generate interest. But technically, that's all we're gonna be working on. Just pure interest. If I'm not interested in something, I'm not gonna force myself to watch it. And honestly, that's a much more natural state of consuming YouTube videos. I'm not supposed to be forced to watch anything. Alright, good enough for me. Round 1 is finished. And we're holding the crown, obviously, because we haven't even let the dudes breathe. Breathe, Andrew Tate. Breathe, Mr. Breathe. Just a Bieber. Smosh recently 7,500. Congratulations. I stopped caring about them for some reason because they still release like ridiculously long videos. Like I do, but what's the point? I don't want to hang out with them constantly. Just because they hang out with each other. What the fuck is this? Oh, I see. This is interesting. I'm like, why is everything pulsating? This is so cute, right? My mouse can pulsate a little bit. Jake Paul. Let's just touch them just enough to show that they are alive, man. To speed things up. The real question is what kind of heat level we're gonna reach. Or the multiplier, so-called. That's the interesting shit. Why is it not always... The fuck was that? Wait, the video's not over yet? Leave me alone, man. So yeah, I put everything into this new work. Clean slate. And the only thing that exists in the start of the year. Why the fuck it's renamed again? What the hell? Jesus Christ, man. The only thing that exists is this thumbnail right here. Nothing else. And see you guys as I complete my stack. But these videos are going to be premiered every single day in January. New year, my friends. Who knows what's going to happen? It's a new journey. Okay, now it's the end. Bye, guys.